Frogs. Today we're going to be talking about finding a fraction of a whole number. Anytime you see this language, a fraction of something else, whether it's a whole number or a fraction, you need to interpret that of as multiplying. So when I'm finding 2/3 of 6, I'm simply multiplying 2/3 times 6. There are two ways that I can do this. Like we learned before, I can simply change my whole number into a fraction and then multiply across both the numerator and the denominator, and then I can change my fraction that's left into a mixed number. But you can see as I come down to some harder problems, I'm going to get some very large numbers down here. 7 times 75 and then divide that by 15. We could get into some large numbers quickly, so I'm going to show you a shorter way to do this type of problem. First, I'm going to take my 6, my whole number 6, and I'm going to divide it by 3. You can do that in your head. You know 6 divided by 3 is 2. So when I divide, 6 divided by 3, I get 2. So then I take that 2 and I multiply it by the 2 that's already there to get 4. Let me show you on a picture what that would look like. I have my 6 items, and I'm interested in finding 2/3 of those 6 items. So if I take my 6 items and I divide them into groups of 3, there are my 3 groups. And I'm concerned with 2 of those groups. So again, I have 2 groups, and you can see I have 4 items in that group. So that's the process that we will generally use. I take my 16 and I divide it by 8, which of course is 2, and then I multiply that 2 by the numerator, and so I get 4. So 4 is 2/8 of 16. Now let's work one that's much harder. I need to find 7/15 of 75. First, I'm going to take 75 and divide it by 15. I know we don't know our multiplication tables up to 15, but remember how we've talked about we should kind of keep some of the multiples of 15 in mind. We know that 15 times 2 is 30, and if I take 30 and 30, I get close to 75. So I'm going to guess that 5 is how many times 15 will go into 75, because 5 times 5 is 25. So I'm guessing that's going to be a really good guess there. And look, I'm correct. 15 will go into 75 exactly 5 times. So I take that quotient and I multiply it by my numerator, and I get an answer of 35. So 7/15 of 75 is 35. And that's a short and easy way to find a fraction of a whole number.